असतो मा सद्गमय ॐ तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय ॐ मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you very much. My point in singing that verse, do you feel a difference in the atmosphere in the hall? Yes. That is the power of music. So, how would you define music? What is music to you? You have to be a little louder than that. Okay, peace and relaxation, energy, feeling? Okay, feelings, then? Man ki shanti, okay. Awakening. Concentration. Okay, that's wonderful. I think we can do an entire session on what music means to you. So, can we move on to the next slide, please? So we say, what is music? And then some of the answers could be a language, an emotion, somebody said feelings, passion, somebody said man ki shanti. So music is many things to many people. Now I have here a wonderful quotation by Aldous Huxley, who says, after silence, that which expresses the inexpressible is music. Okay, I think there was a lot of silence there to help us express music. Okay, so now we've kind of zeroed in on what is music. Now, why do we listen to music? Why music? That would be the next question that I'd like to ask. So let's say I'm going to sing a few snatches, a few lines. And since we're having such a variety, diverse kind of answers, let's just restrict it to happiness, joy, man ki shanti, or, calm. So you can just call out and let me know how you feel after I've sung a particular phrase, okay? Here goes. Devotion, soothing, elevating. Okay, elevating. This side? Meditative. Okay, I think we have some kind of a consensus there. Let's listen to the next one. What would that be? Joy. Wonderful. Happiness? Anger. Okay, you could stretch it a little bit, I guess. I would be happier to go with the happiness. Okay, and just one more now. What? Sad. Okay, there seems to be a consensus on that, that yes, I was sounding sad. That kind of reiterates my faith in myself. So the point is, how is it that music is a language that, Carnatic music especially, that most of you are not familiar with? In fact, I was thinking that this seems to be the section of the marginalized section of society, the artists, Astadji and myself. So Carnatic music is even more kind of secluded to the south, and not many people are aware of it. But here, you were able to identify very well with whatever I sang and the emotions you were able to relate to it. So how is it that music, you're able to relate to a language that you don't know? That exactly is the power of music. So research has shown that there is an amazing left-right brain synchronization when you listen to the right kind of music. And that gives you a kind of focus, a laser-sharp focus, which helps you to do a lot of things. Music, somebody said, Man Ki Shanti. Music has always been very close to meditation. Many religions use it, talking of religion. Many kinds of yoga and other practices use music for meditation. The palliative effects of music have been well documented. People who have undergone surgery and are in recovery, they have been found to have much less need for analgesics and painkillers, even when they were exposed to music without their own knowledge. This happens very often even at the workplace, where the productivity has been found to go up significantly when piped-in music has been played. So music affects you subconsciously even without you being aware of it. I quote Albert Einstein here. On discovering the theory of relativity, he said, "It occurred to be my intuition, and music was the driving force behind that intuition. My discovery was the result of musical perception." So you see how deep-rooted the effects of music are. Now, when you talk of classical music, beyond conformity almost sounds like an oxymoron, because the pillars of classical music are tradition and the ability to maintain it. Carnatic music has texts dated to 2nd century BC. So you have an idea of the lifespan of Carnatic music when it started. And we are still adhering to those principles and following. So is it possible to be a non-conformist in such a situation? And how can you do it? Now, when I mentioned this to somebody, they said, so you're going to talk about fusion. I said, no. It does not have to be fusion. You can be a non-conformist within your own discipline. How can you do that? You have to think of freshness, of new ideas, and see how to take it further and how to communicate more with people who may not be aware of these art forms. So it was very inspiring. I wanted to share some examples with you. Music has always had its share of biases. There have been gender bias, there has been caste bias. Carnatic music has essentially been practiced by Brahmins in the south. And in the early stages of the 20th century, it was a big no-no, particularly for Brahmin women, to appear on stage. Srimati D.K. Patamal was one of the early musicians who not only sang on stage, but also sang a lot of bandishes which were typically male-oriented. And for God knows whatever reason, no, women should not sing this. So she was the first one to break that, and she performed at the Madras Music Academy, and she was a rage after that. And there's an interesting anecdote here where she sang so well, and a critic wrote about her concert with a photograph of hers. The next day, he gets a phone call from her father, says, "You're not happy that our family should stay respectable? Meri beti se kaun shaadi karega? You publish her photo also. How dare you give her such a review?" So now you can see how we've gone a full circle where now artists die for recognition in the media, and the media plays such an important role in promoting artists. Mrs. M.S. Subbulakshmi, who was awarded the Bharat Ratna, she came from a Devdasi family. And she used to act in films, and she is today the most revered name in Carnatic music. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "I'd rather hear Subbulakshmi speak the words of a song than listen to somebody else sing it." So that was the power of her music. Yesudas, many of you may be familiar with. He has sung so much in films. You may be, you find it strange to know that Jesudas was born a Christian. He's a Christian. And it is not common for Christians to take to Carnatic music. And more so, he has sung the maximum about the Lord of Guruvayur, Guruvayurappan, being a Christian. And he's the only Christian who's allowed into Guruvayur temple. So I think it's very important to see that how within your chosen discipline, within your framework, you can continue to be a non-conformist. You can think out of the box, push the boundaries, research, dig deeper, and come up with new things. So now we're going to be a little beyond conformity, and you are all going to sing with me. Do I hear a big yes? Yes. Awesome. So I'll give you the words, just repeat it after me, and then we'll sing it all together. We'll have a little bit of sur here so that we are not besura. Vande Meenakshi Tvam Sarasija Vaktre Parne Durge Bhadre Shakte Guru Guha Palini Jalaruha Charane Vande Meenakshi Tvam Sarasija Vaktre Parne Durge Natajana Bhadre Shakte Guru Guha Palini Jalaruha Charane. Awesome. Shall we do the whole thing together? There's more to it. There's more to it. We are not done yet. Okay. Vande Meenakshi Tvam Sarasija Vaktre Parne Durge Natajana Bhadre Shakti Guru Guha Palini Jalaruha Charane. Excellent. By yourselves? Sundara Pandya Nande Maaye Suri Janadhare Sundara Raja Sahodari Gauri Shubhakari Satatamaham Sundara Pandya Nande Maaye Suri Janadhare Sundara Raja Sahodari Gauri Shubhakari Satatamaham. Awesome. I think we should have a music class for this crowd. You're so musical. Let's sing it once from Sundara Pandya and then we'll do the whole thing once. I still have a little bit of time. Quickly. Together. Sundara Pandya Nande Maaye Suri Janadhare Sundara Raja Sahodari Gauri Shubhakari Satatamaham. Whole thing. Vande Meenakshi Tvam Sarasija Vaktre Parne Durge Natajana Bhadre Shakti Guru Guha Palini Jalaruha Charane. Awesome. Sundara Pandya Nande Maaye Suri Janadhare Sundara Raja Sahodari Gauri Shubhakari Satatamaham. Vande Meenakshi Tvam Sarasija Vaktre Parne Durge Natajana Bhadre Shakti Guru Guha Palini Jalaruha Charane. Let's end it with a bit of style. Bhadre Shakti Guru Guha Palini Jalaruha Charane. Thank you. I think that's a big round of applause for this hall. You're amazing. This is one of the the earliest forms of fusion music. Actually, this was the English band that used to practice in Chennai. And one of our very revered composers, one of the Trinity of Carnatic music, Muthuswami Dikshita, took these tunes and set them to lyrics in Sanskrit because his brother wanted to learn to play the violin and he practiced it. How is that for being nonconformist? So here's a little bit of thought for you. I know it's not easy taking up music as a profession or dance. And we've all had, I think the common thread that you see in all the speakers on this stage today is a passion for what we believe in and the courage to stand up for what we aspire, for what we are passionate about. I had a very lucrative job as the executive director of Saregama India Limited. I was the director for the southern region. But at some point, I figured, what am I doing? I'm sitting here trying to bring up my children, run my family, run a corporate job. And you know, many of you will be heading towards there, and those who already worked. The higher you get on the corporate ladder, the more demanding it is. So where is the time for riyaz, for practice? And nobody's going to say, acha, thoda sa kam ho gaya, koi baat nahi. She goes to work, she doesn't have time to do riyaz. Nobody's going to give me that kind of a discount, right? When I'm on stage, I'm a performer, I have to perform 100%. So my suggestion, I don't know if I can say advice, is I've spoken to a few of you who are very passionate about music and dance, who have learned some, and who are already telling me, I used to. And you're what, half my age? So please stand up for what you believe in. This is food for thought for you, why you need to have music in your lives. I know CTC is important, I know IIT, IIM is important, but think of it, it's not even time to stand and stare. It's time to introspect, time for a little bit of spirituality, time to live for yourself. Yes, it is important to have a good job and make money, but is that all in life? Think about it.